You are listening to the Business Casual Podcast, and I'm your host, Carissa, from CarissaLene.com. Welcome to episode 0 of the Business Casual Podcast. I am so excited to have finally created the podcast. It's been 2 years going on now that I wanted to make it happen, and it's finally happening. This episode is just basically to get you up to speed to what you can expect and what we're going to chat about. And just all things you need to know to kind of get in the whole feel of the podcast and how you can be a part of it too. Okay. So first things first, what is the Business Casual Podcast? So it's pretty much a podcast where I'm going to be sharing short, sweet, and strategic strategies all about sales funnels, right? And so it's not just technically going to be about sales funnels, but that is kind of like my piece of the pie that I like to own, that I like to dominate in. So with that being said, I really want to dig into email marketing, launches, even talking about some things I'm doing with Facebook ads, or some things that I'm learning via my sales copy, or what I'm doing as I'm trying to launch something or preparing for something, or whatever it is as it relates to sales funnel and sales funnel strategy. I really want to be that outlet for you. I want to be able to share any little thing that's going to make a difference in your business and that has worked for me, and some things that may not have worked for me that might work for you instead. All right. Lessons learned, mistake, wins, all the above, good, bad, and the ugly. I'm going to share it here on the podcast. And you can expect an episode to come out every week, Monday through Friday. And I'll give you a little break on the weekends to catch up and to, listen to anything that you haven't listened to and be back for more Monday. Now, the real beauty behind these podcast episodes is that I don't have to write blog posts. And as much as I love to create the content, I don't necessarily love to write it all out, right? I'm very much a speaker and a person that enjoys being on video more than I enjoy writing anything. So this is definitely a space that I can really shine in and that I can do more consistently than I can writing the blog post. Because if you look at the blog, you may know there ain't been a blog post updated for a few months now, and I want to change that. I want to be more consistent and I want to share things. So plus it's kind of like a practice for me too. So I can be sure to share just any little thing that's working, because I think I get so caught up in I can't share it yet unless it's done, unless it's completed or unless I get good results. Or if I got a bad result, at least let it be a lesson learned and share that part. But I don't like to share all the time when I'm in the mix of something. So this will kind of put me in a place to share while I'm still in the mix to making something work. And then even sharing after that, if it worked, if it didn't work, and kind of just owning up to both sides of it. Plus, I can knock these out while I'm laying down in the bed with my little guy, using my phone, putting him to sleep at night or for its nap, or even just, while I'm out and about in a quiet space, because it's that convenient, right? And I can just get it done right then and there. And because these would be short episodes, no less than 5 minutes and no more than 15 minutes, I can really give you what you need without all the extra fluff. I'm giving you what you want and what you came here for every day of the week, so that you can just get it and go, right? And go implement it. And then share with me how much, it worked for you, or all the good things that happened along the way. My goal is to help you attract more people to your content, to your stuff, right? Engage with them and start to allow them to become subscribers of your content, and then leading them to converting to become a client or customer of yours. Because I love all things, working one-on-one with people, working one with many with people, but I also love all things passive income. And so I really want to, work with you or share with you some things that is working for me, or that I'm teaching, or that I'm doing, or that I've done that has really brought in some great passive income for myself or for other people that's around me. And maybe we'll share some things that I'm not even doing yet, but I do plan to do, because I'm a lover of trying different things out. The whole, you have to have 7 income streams to become a millionaire. Listen, I'm on the roll for that. I don't, you may only need 5, right? But I definitely do think diversifying your income and, not only just with clients, but with different type of products and different types of little things that you can really maximize, subscription sites, membership sites, or whatever, to really kind of make your income work for you. And all you got to do is continue delivering your good stuff on a regular basis, and bam, you got yourself a home run, right? So I want to share with you those passive income strategies as well on our daily podcast. And of course, I'll share with you some of the tools that I'm using, or softwares and resources that I found that I think will help you as well. And you know what? I've been chatting with you all for about 5 minutes now, and I have yet to introduce myself to you. So if you don't know, I did have an introduction, but just in case, I am Carissa from ChrisLene.com, and I am a sales funnel strategist. And I, basically kind of already described what I'm helping you to do. I want you to create passive income, but I want you to do it to attract, to engage, and to convert those people in a really relationship building kind of way. So we're not talking anything real sleazy or slimy. We're kind of getting real, we're making sure that whatever we do, it's really client or customer focused, but also very much relationship building. With all that being said, I think I kind of covered the bases here for the most part. I do have a business partner. He is 2 years old. He's my toddler, and you will probably hear him occasionally on the podcast episodes, but I try to do these when he's not as, active and playing monster trucks and dinosaurs. So I'm going to hopefully make that happen for you, but you may hear him every now and again. And if so, that's just mom life. So, there's going to be a mixture of all business, but a little bit of mom in between, because quite frankly, I can't separate the two. All right. So with that all being said, I really hope that you are stick around with me throughout the Business Casual podcast. Again, I am all open to all kinds of suggestions and all kinds of things if you want me to share about anything as well. Plus, you can be a guest on the podcast, and I'm going to share with you how you can be a guest in the outro of the podcast episode. But with all that being said, I think we have hit all the points that I wanted to chat with you about today, and I will see you at episode 1. So that's it. That wraps up today's episode of the Business Casual podcast. If you loved today's episode, I would so appreciate it if you go on over to iTunes and subscribe and leave a review and a comment to let everyone know how much you enjoyed today's episode and the podcast in general. If you would like to, please share this out with any of your friends on social media. You can always keep up to date with all things the Business Casual podcast on thebusinesscasualpodcast.com. And if you want to join a fabulous group of new and inspiring business owners, then I highly recommend you join us inside of the Launches Lounge on Facebook simply by going to thebusinesscasualpodcast.com/community, and I'll meet you there. Don't forget, if you're on Stitcher, rate and review us there. We are hanging out on Stitcher as well. And of course, if you want to be a guest on the show, or if you just want to get your question answered, go to thebusinesscasualpodcast.com/ask, and I will answer your question live on the show. And that's all for today. I'll see you on the next episode of the Business Casual Podcast. Bye, you guys.